And at this time, Stan, if you are ready, I am going to turn it over to you for the birthdays.
Okay, thank you, President Hope.
Down our arms, we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none. And
somebody is not muted in the background.
Say this is true.
So if you will, if all of you guys will mute. Okay, thank you. All right, Stan, you should be.
Okay. Well, just your announcements make me think about the 400,000 people who have passed away from the coronavirus. And I especially think of our good friend Joe. Joe brought me into Rotary over 33 years ago, and has a special place in my heart. And so I think of him especially today. For those of you who are old enough to remember the singer Paul Anka, you might also remember the opening lines of his song, Calendar Girl. It starts out, January, you start the year off fine. Obviously, he wasn't singing about this January. Here we are, we're 3 weeks into the new year and 3 weeks into quite a mess. And as I looked over our Rotary Bulletin yesterday and sort of preparing for this, I realized that our bulletin contains some clues about some of the problems that we face in 2021, but it also contains some of the potential solutions. Relating to the problems, you know, when we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, if we're really honest, we have to confess that in 2021, we're not one nation. And that in many respects, we're closer to the divided states than to the United States of America. And as we say the four-way test, we acknowledge that we have a difficult time agreeing on what the truth actually is, that we've created a society that's not fair to all concerned, and that goodwill can be a somewhat scarce commodity these days. And that sounds like a downer, but the good news is that our bulletin also points us to some of the solutions to this mess. Because as Rotarians and as individual citizens, each of us can do our part to help us have a country where liberty and justice for all can become a reality, where our nation's values actually seek the common good. We can seek the truth. We can refute the conspiracy theories. And certainly as Rotarians and as friends, we can value our friendships over political partisanship. And then finally, as Danny sort of got us going earlier, we can prayerfully seek the strength and integrity to make a difference in this world. But I think we do need to remember that old story about the job that needed to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did. And somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. And everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. And it ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done. If you take that and boil it down into simple words, if this is to be a better world, then it's up to you and to me. And Danny, I think maybe this is the point where we're supposed to pass the collection plate and sing "Bring It In the Sheaves" after the sermon here. But instead, let's do recognize our birthdays for January and sing a more familiar tune. Doug Hunt was born on the 13th of January, and the world is a cooler place because he was. Some of you have to think on that for a little bit. Chuck Bybee came into the world as Charles Bybee 2 days after Doug. Chuck isn't saying how old he is, but he and I became Rotarians about the same time, so that's a clue. And we're glad that Doug and Chuck made it. I get to observe a special day this Friday, and then Beth Atkins has a party scheduled for the 28th, which she certainly deserves for the good work that she does. All four of us are happy to be here. And we do love a melodious birthday song, which I'm sure is forthcoming once Tom gets the Mormon Tabernacle Choir organized here. So
We'll work
happy
on that.
birthday to the January birthday folks.
All right, let's all gather together and get our good voices on. Let's sing a little happy birthday. Thanks for your ode, Stan. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Rotarians. Happy birthday to you.
Are you singing happy birthday to Rotarian?
Okay, thank you, Stan and Tom, for that. That was a great sermon, Stan, and a great celebration of birthdays. And you know, it's wonderful, you know, for you to point out that you know, while there's a lot of divide, as Rotarians, we tend to be united. So thank you for that.